Welcome back to Our Community. Susie Thomas visiting with Allie Bussey from Visit Canton. And we're just trying to get through November. I don't know that I actually let you finish October. So tell me what's happening, Allie. I'm just going to sit back and let you go.
Well, I could go for days, as you know. And we won't even cover it all. But, you know, one of the things that we didn't talk about is the holidays are a really special time for most of the arts because you have the Christmas Carol every year at Canton Players Guild. You have the Nutcracker every year at Canton Ballet. Some of these tried and true classics that are really kind of traditions, you know, now for us. And they really have become something quite remarkable that people come from multiple counties. And the Symphony always does a Holiday Pops concert. So we always have lots of great holiday entertainment to kind of get you in the spirit.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. As if we needed more help.
And we needed more. In November, there's a great group actually coming to the Hartville Kitchen. On November 15th, it is the Jim Brady Trio at the Hartville Marketplace. So they still have some tickets available. They have some great gospel and Christian concerts that they do. So, and then the Amish store oftentimes has some really great entertainment as well. So if you're looking for some wholesome entertainment, I would also check out those places as well.
You know what I love about your website is because it's hard for us to remember, where else should I look for something that's going on? And, you know, going to the Amish Store Restaurant website or going to Hartville Kitchen website.
Right.
But we can always go to visitcanton.com and you have it all
We have it all. We've done all the work for you. You can filter it by what you're looking for. You can filter it by date, all sorts of things, even by neighborhood. So let's say, you know, you have family in town and you really want to focus on something in Massillon. You can choose the Massillon neighborhood and you're going to see everything going on in Massillon.
That's fantastic.
Thanks. That's what we do. That's our job.
Well, good job.
Well, thank you.
It is pretty awesome. I'm so happy you mentioned about the arts and that Chris Kindle Mart is coming up at the beginning of November. That's one that seems to catch people by surprise so often. You think
it's so early.
Because it's so early.
Yep.
Before Thanksgiving, and you have to be ready for it. So the second weekend in November, something like that.
Correct.
So go to visitcanton.com and it will give you all that information. But that is what funds the incredible art exhibits that we get to have in our own community. This funds it. This gives lots of dollars to them to be able to do what they do.
And talk about unique things. I love it because you can really, you know, oftentimes people don't realize that whether you want to spend $10 or $100, there are all sorts of things for all sorts of tastes and, you know, any generation, any budget. Check it out.
And you will find one-of-a-kind items to be able to give to people for your Christmas giving this year. It is really exciting.
And you're supporting local artists, which, you know, I really, really love. And the Canton Arts District, you know, I always recommend, too, if you're going to do some holiday shopping, try the Canton Arts District. You know, I love all of our chain retailers. I am a frequent shopper at all of them as well, but I also like to consciously make an effort to check out, you know, the stores in Hartville, to check out the stores in downtown Canton, because, you know, those are singular family-owned businesses that, you know, depend on people like us coming through their doors to support them.
Absolutely. And some of those artisans, I'm thinking in downtown Canton, are from Stark DD, and they've got their own incredible, really nice little art show right there.
Absolutely.
And with their own handmade items right there that you can purchase and meet the artist at the same time.
And walk around and see the public art, get in the mood with. And every Saturday, Friday and Saturday, now through the end of the year, the Canton Music Block has music. You will find street people on the streets. It might just be a pianist on a keyboard on the corner while you're walking to get that little last Christmas gift, and then maybe you grab a bite to eat at Luca or get a waffle at Culture Coffee and Waffles or something. I mean, what a fun kind of night out.
You've got to be like the best person to hang out with ever.
Oh, well, thank you. I sure hope so.
These are all awesome ideas.
I'm a lot of fun until about 9 o'clock at night, and then I'm done.
Okay, I get you. I get you there. What else is going on, Allie?
Wow. You know what? Let's talk about Christmas lights.
Okay, all right.
All right, is it too soon?
No, let's talk about Christmas lights.
Okay, because remember, Stadium Park in Canton turns into a really cool winter wonderland that's totally free. You can drive through. Canton Parks do an amazing job with that. So I always recommend, that's one of my first things like to kick off. You know, once Light Up Canton has happened, we as a family always do Candy Pine or Holly Pine Lane, which is at the Canton Garden Center, and then drive through the park. It's so beautiful and enchanting, and you should definitely check it out.
Who pays for this? Because so many of these things are free. Light Up Downtown is free, and that's an amazing evening of entertainment for really everyone in town.
It really is.
How do these things get funded, Allie?
You know what? By great businesses. The Canton Regional Chamber of Commerce puts on the Light Up Downtown, and they have great sponsors that believe in, providing quality for the community. Canton Parks and Rec actually, or who pays for those lights. They've had them, for many years, and they keep improving them every year. So I go and see something new added to it. So really and truly, it's the generosity of our community, which is, again, what makes our community so truly special, is how much people care about giving back, and keeping people a great quality of life really goes a long way. And I think a lot of our businesses see that.
You mentioned some of those long-standing traditions. Is it too late for someone who says, I've always wanted to be in A Christmas Carol? Is it too late to try out for things like that?
I don't know the answer to that. That's not good. You've stumped me.
Well, I always try.
Wow, that is I don't know if auditions are closed.
Certainly if people, the little ones and the bigger ones who take ballet, they know whether they're in the nugget, that's all set. But the community theater is pretty strong around here. Of course, we're going to hope that Don Jones is Scrooge again. He's got that part so nailed.
It's so great.
He's so good. But yeah, it'd be kind of fun, if you think, I'd like to be in the chorus.
I will pass that along to the Players Guild. Well, I have no idea the answer to that.
Okay. Well, and you know what? Check it out, right?
Check it out.
Call Players Guild and say, hey, when are tryouts for A Christmas Carol? Because it would be kind of fun for a family to get involved with it and be in the chorus or something.
It would be a lot of fun. Well, and the Firehouse Players, Carnation City Players up in Alliance, they do a great job all year round too with things. So if you want to get involved in the arts, there's definitely options to do that. Voci is always looking for talented singers. If you love to sing, that is basically like the community opera, choral opera.
Yes.
Voci, you can check out them. Voci.org, VOCI.
Are you amazed at the level of talent? Because you just mentioned Voci, and I think they would politely show me the door. But there is so much talent in this community.
We are so fortunate. And thankfully, I think a lot of our high schools have prepared a lot of our students because, there's some great drama and speech and choral and band programs throughout Stark County. When you think about the level of our bands and our choirs and our speech and debate.
Absolutely.
This is why I think you have such a lovely pool of talent here, is people were taught at a young age. I know myself, I was very fortunate I actually got to travel to Europe with my choir because I was a graduate of Massillon Washington High School.
Wow.
And I was in their choir program for, my whole high school. And we had a lot of great opportunities because our city and, our community invested in our choral and band.
I'm glad you said that. I'm going to do a shout out to actually 2 high schools locally. First of all, Jackson, we've had so much fun going to your football games this fall, and the band show has been unbelievable.
Yeah, they're like
spectacular.
Really well known.
Yep, that's been amazing. The other thing, a friend of mine invited me to go see Les Mis at Glen Oak last year.
Great.
Allie, I'm going to admit, I thought, I love Les Mis so much. I really don't want to watch somebody high school it up.
Right.
If that makes sense.
I know what you mean.
These young people were absolutely Broadway caliber. They could have toured that thing, and it would have been just as well received as the touring company from the Broadway show. They were amazing.
It's true.
The singing and the acting and the whole staging of that program was as if I had gone to one of the touring companies to seen it in Cleveland or something like that.
That's wonderful.
It was amazing.
That's wonderful.
It was amazing, and I couldn't stop talking about it. And then people would say, "Oh yeah, well that's Glen Oak." Really?
Yeah, they do. That's and Perry is the same way. Perry has another really very well acclaimed. They did Hairspray last year, and it was awesome.
So if you see that a high school is putting on something like this, It's not just for the moms, dads, and grandparents.
Yeah,
go.
Check it out.
Go, because there are some really talented young people who hopefully stay in town and continue to contribute that to our community by involvement in Players Guild and some of our local theater.
Yeah, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head.
So cool. All right, we've only got a few minutes left, and I just want to give you the floor. What else is coming up? What else is happening?
You know what? If I could just give one last pitch, that this is the time of year, honestly, event after event after event is submitted to our calendar daily, because we're kind of just the clearinghouse. People submit their events to us. We help them format them and put them out there. That's a service that the Convention and Visitors Bureau provides. And every day something new is coming online, whether it's art related, shopping, entertainment, new exhibits opening, you name it. It's going to be on visitcanton.com. And that's kind of could be your one-stop shop. And I always recommend that you follow us on Facebook or subscribe to our blog, because Allison from our team writes great blog posts every week, and she kind of groups things. Like the one she just put out was 20 great sweetest day date ideas.
Oh, what a fun idea.
So check it out. Go to our blog, and she's giving you 20 different activities that you can take your sweetie to, no matter what your taste is. And there's everything from golfing to shopping to spa, whatever is up you're into. So,
and I think there would be somebody listening saying, "Oh, I'm in charge of getting the word out for my thing." How does one go about getting their event on your website, Allie?
If you go to visitcanton.com and scroll to the very bottom of the page, there's a little link that says partners. So you click on the partner link, and it'll take you to kind of a landing page where you can sign up to become involved with us. Like I said, everything is free that we do. And that'll trigger someone on my team she'll follow up with you, and you'll get all signed up.
Perfect.
It's very easy.
Up and have that relationship with you, and then start feeding you things.
And then we will feed the world, because we are constantly, trying to find content, because that's our job, is to market and sell our area to visitors. So we're always looking for great events.
Terrific social media, terrific blog, terrific website. Do you have favorite events that you look forward to every year around this time?
I probably shouldn't say that.
Well, go ahead. Sorry. It's just between us.
Yeah. Right. No one else will ever know. Right. You know what? Honestly, I love the Nutcracker. It's just, it reminds me of, from being a youth all the way till now. And I took my daughter last year, and she loved it. I love the Nutcracker very much.
Yeah.
And I love to shop at the Hartville Marketplace.
Oh, yes.
So,
yeah.
All year round.
Well, yeah, all the time. For someone who has not been there, tell them, because now it's kind of redone and very much like being outdoors, but you're indoors.
Right. It's like you're walking down a cool little downtown, but you're inside. I know that sounds hard to describe, but cute little storefronts. They're all different and unique, but you're all in one building. And then, of course, when the weather cooperates, there is the outdoor area as well, which is more of your typical flea market vendor. But all of the indoor vendors are little specialty shops. They're essentially like going to a giant specialty mall with all unique, independently owned artisans and shopkeepers.
And not just like a flea market, but are you surprised at the high-end items that are on sale there?
Love Vita. It's one of my very favorites. Their clothing and accessories. They go, to New York to get these things, and they're super, super stylish. And you know what? Even though they're high fashion, their prices are very competitive. So I recommend the Hartville Marketplace.
Very, very cool. All right. Well, it's always fun hanging out with
Thank you.
Always so much to learn and see and do. Go to visitcanton.com. Allie Bussey, thanks for all you do in our community.
Thanks for having me.